You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube, welcome back to part 2 of me reacting to some reasons why some men do not approach women in 2025. Now, before we get into the video, a few things. Number one, I just want to say I appreciate all the support. And then number two, this is from the Nation View. I'll make sure to leave the link in the description to the original video because I want to give credit whenever I'm using someone's source and adding my commentary as well. And I do appreciate them for putting these clips together because it deals with certain things I've always talked about, but it's giving me proof. And with that said, I have a disclaimer. I'm gonna put the disclaimer on the screen and read it to y'all before we start. This video is for entertainment, commentary, and educational purposes only. All clips used fall under fair use for criticism, discussion, and transformative content. The opinions expressed are based on individual situations and do not represent or apply to all people, relationships, or group. Viewer discretion is advised. I just had to get that disclaimer because unfortunately in the world we live in, common sense is a common, so we had to put that. So let's get into the video.
If a bunch of men approach you in public, you need to stop taking that as a compliment. That's actually an insult. Unless they're a bunch of sharks approaching you, that should be taken as an insult. If it's a bunch of Nemos and Lil Nemos and regular men and Dusties approaching you, they thought that you were so intimidating that it was okay for them to come up to you, waste your time, and ask you for your number because they just knew you were going to give it to them because they just knew you were in their league. Only the 1%, the top percent of men should be approaching you. Like, it's quality over quantity. I really hate when girls be like, I get niggas. That's the easiest thing to get. Do you get quality niggas? This is not for everyone either. This is for a certain target audience. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. This is about using your beauty and investing even your last dollar into your appearance to use your beauty to get a softer, easier life. It's about working smarter, not harder. Unfortunately, in today's society, but it's the hard reality, so save your comments. A woman's beauty will get her much farther than any degree will, unfortunately. You guys need to stop letting these thirsty men boost your head up, get you comfortable, and hold you back from being the baddest bitch that you could be. There's always room for improvement. So if a lot of men are approaching you, that's not a compliment. Unless he's the big dog, top shark, you need to go look in the mirror and figure out what you need to do to become a better bitch. And what could these little Nemos do for you anyway besides tell you good morning? And give you a wet ass and send you home in an Uber X, not even a black truck.
Now, you heard that. She said a lot. So let's get into a few things. Number one, men approaching you, that will be a good thing and a luxury. The reason I say that is because we all know as you get older, your options may dwindle. And that's not only for women. It can apply for men too. Well, most men aren't going to have women go up to them in public anyway, but your options still are going to dwindle down when you get older. Because when you get older, some people are either married or some people are even divorced and turned off from relationships, or you just don't have enough time because of responsibilities and everyone living their lives and being on the go. As you get older, it's going to be tougher to meet people. Now, a few things. Number one, she said you should get mad when Nemos talk to you, because when she used Nemo from the movie Finding Nemo, Nemos are like the ugly guys, the less than 1%, and sharks, how she used it was sharks are like the top 1%. As we all know, we know how delusional that sounds, not because of wanting to get that man. I'm sure all men understand women want the top man they could get, and there's nothing wrong with that. People don't understand, like her, when she's talking about that top 1%, how small that 1% is. And then if you meet that 1% man, here's another thing is, are you even going to find him attractive? And will he even pick you? Now, I hope you understand when I do these videos, not once have I attacked her, called her out her name. I'm only going against what she's saying. And this is why I like these type of videos, because it shows you the truth about certain things and certain topics I've always said, but because of social media, we're able to see it now. And then number three, let's say you carry her attitude. Those, in my personal opinion, because we have seen videos all over the internet say, where are the good men? Where have they gone? If you thought they were Nemos, like she said, you kicked those good men to the curb and you left them. Now you have no other options because you were worried about that top 1% man. Unfortunately, it happens to some women. And I know some of you may not say that's not unfortunately, that's their fault, but either way, you get what I mean. Oh yeah, one more thing. You notice at the end she said Uber X, not even a black truck. If the woman that you're trying to court or date is worried about what Uber you send her in, As long as if you paid for the Uber, that's a great gesture. But if she gets mad because it's not the black truck Uber, in my personal opinion, you shouldn't date her.
I hate it when guys like approach me at bars. Like, I hate just like talking to guys. I hate it. I'm like actually kind of shy, and I don't really know how to flirt. And I kind of want to like say hi to you, and then for you to like leave me alone. Like, I don't want to sit there and talk about you, because right now when I'm out, I'm not for the guys. I'm for the girls. So you're interrupting my girl time. Like, you can ask for my number, my Instagram, and you can adios. We can schedule this little powwow another day. But when you talk to me when I'm out with my girls, you're interrupting my girl time, and now you're annoying me. You're annoying me. But that is why I like the workers. Like, when I'm out, I like gravitate towards the bouncer, the server, the bartender. Because what happens, first of all, they get me in places. But that's like not really the reason why I like them. It's because we make little like eye flirty flirt from afar, and you stay there. You don't talk to me. And if you do, it's when I'm leaving, and it's like, hey, what's your number? Hey, yada yada. I get my number on my fucking receipt, and we call it a day, and then you call me later. I don't like it when you talk to me when I'm out with my girls. Like, I'm not trying to talk to you. I want to be left alone. And we can like make this like little like eye thing from afar, and that's like good with me. Like, I'm completely okay with that. I like it because like we might have like a little like chit chat for like 2 seconds, and then you're like back to work. Like, you're just like leaving me alone. I love a working man. This is probably because my ex didn't have a job, but that is my own trauma.
Okay, she said she kept rambling on, so I cut the video short. But to get to what she said, number one, women, this is why. That poor attitude. And to be honest, it's men's fault, because a lot of you men go give your attention way too easily, way too much, to where they could feel like they could go to the internet, clown you, and still get the attention that they want. Because that's really what she's saying. She just wants the attention. One thing I respect about women is how they understand how to use people. She just said it verbatim with the bouncers and stuff. She said she liked talking to the bouncers and bartenders because they could get her in. In other words, she could get certain advantages. And then you know what's the best part she said about that was that they don't bother and talk to her. So in other words, I only got to talk to you for a little bit or acknowledge you. I could get you in the club, or maybe I could get cheaper drinks. I've seen and know women like this. And like I said, it doesn't make her a bad person. I know a lot of women who move like this, and honestly, it's because men let them. And then number two, she talked about when she's with her girlfriends, she doesn't want to talk to you. I guarantee you, if you were her top guy or top option or ideal man or celebrity crush, she would immediately waive that. It's for the majority of men, she will hold you to that. This is why I say, men, it's really your fault because you be too extra and be too thirsty. But more power to her, because at the end of the day, if men continue to be thirsty and be simps, what can you do? But only reason I'm doing this video is because you see all the women saying where the good men are. When women talk like this, it ruins the good men away. Because what happened if the guy that you shoot away with your girls, and he was trying to talk to you to see if there was some chemistry to maybe take you out on a date? Maybe that would have been a guy that would have married you, built a family. But because with your girls and with your attitude, you decided to shoo them away. Because I'll be honest with you, if I tried to talk to a woman in a bar and she gave me that attitude to where I was annoying her, I wouldn't want her number, nor would I call her. But I know some men, even if they showed you that attitude, some men would still want to call her and still want to take her out on a date.
So I just got my hair done literally less than 2 hours ago, and I have already had my first creepy encounter with a man. Yay! I haven't even had this hairstyle for a day. It's cute, don't get me wrong. I just like, in wearing my natural hair, I forgot that like, oh, men will come up to you and just say random shit. Which is why I'm making this video, because the only other time in the entire like 3 to 4 months now that I've been wearing my hair naturally, I've had like weird interactions with men is today. And then when I had my hair straightened into like a brown bob, and this guy literally opened the door from like the Philly pretzel store, and he was like, I like this look on you. Mind you, this is the only look he's ever seen me in. He is a stranger, a complete stranger that I do not know. You don't know me in any other look, sir. And he was too close. He was too close for comfort. Quite literally, like, he leaned down while holding the door to say that to me. And then after that point, my hair was always curly in an afro, and I did not have any creepy interactions with men until today. Yeah. What I'm learning from this is that natural hair is kind of like a shield from some weird men, but I'm not trying to say that if you have natural hair, you aren't getting like objectified or approached by men you don't want to. I'm just saying that for some reason, it happened less when I was wearing my afro and my hair out than when I have a more socially acceptable hairstyle. So take that information with what you will. Actually, no, take this information, and if you are a man, stop it. Tell other men, stop it, please, and thank you. I'd greatly appreciate it if you talk to your fucking uncle. Seriously, talk to Unc and tell him to stop this shit, because I don't need to be stopped on the street for nonsense. I really don't. And I don't want to be like, oh my God, don't talk to me, leave me alone. Because what if they punch me in my fucking face? Like then what? Then what? You have to be nice and like amicable and be like, yeah, I get you. I was like, yeah, totally, I understand. And then kept going. You got to keep going. You got to keep walking like you're in a rush. Otherwise, they're going to keep you for 5 minutes. So that's it for today.
And she said a few things. Now, number one, let's start with the very end. She said, talk to Unc, tell Unc to stop. So I'm assuming the guy who gave her that compliment was older. She said something that I've always said. A lot of older men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, I've noticed in the workforce, because I've been working ever since 16, a lot of men from older generations, they were simps and tricks. Because how I see how they act and what they be saying and how to be so thirsty with attention. When I was younger, I thought those men were moved a little bit different, but nah, I would say a majority of them were simps. And this is a perfect example of, giving too much attention when someone doesn't earn it. This is why me personally, if there's no rapport and we're not vibing on that level, I never give a woman compliments on their looks. Now, number two, I don't think that guy was being weird. He was giving you a compliment. Now, you may have took it weird because since he said talk to Unc, I'm assuming the guy who gave her that compliment was a little bit older. And for him to open the door and do all that, that was kind of extra. I'm not going to lie. But men be doing goofy stuff like that. And this is why some men don't walk up to women in public. And number two, this is why men are stopping, well, some men, because I would still say a majority of men are simps. Some men aren't giving women compliments on their looks anymore because of this. They'll be labeled as weird, or you might get filed sexual harassment at your workplace just because of giving a compliment. And I don't see it stopping because for whatever reason, men think they feel cool about giving women attention. And all I'm just saying is you didn't do nothing. Like, a majority of women feel like her when you give a woman a compliment and she doesn't even know you. You just, as you see, I'm at a loss of words, not for her, because she didn't do anything wrong. For men, because you see this all over the internet and men are still going to continue to be thirsty and a simp. But women, for those of you and my homegirl who asked me to continue with the series, that's why some men don't approach women in 2025. I'll see you on the next video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, let me read the disclaimer one more time. This video is for entertainment, commentary, and educational purposes only. All clips used fall under fair use, criticism, discussion, and transformative content. The opinions expressed are based on individual situations and do not represent or apply to all people, relationships, or groups. Viewer discretion is advised. And I'm only going with what they're saying. Not once did I call these women outside of their name. Not once did I disrespect these women. Honestly, I appreciate their honesty because maybe one day men will listen and learn to quit being a simp and understand your biggest resource, only than money, is your attention. I'll see you on the next video.